it's just been an amazing, another amazing season. In my recap for last word for the Citrus Bowl, I used the phrase the ESPN family networks have to love Kentucky football, because when you and I talked with the guys from Iowa before the Citrus Bowl, we were talking about how Kentucky never plays every bowl game Kentucky's in. It always goes down to the wire. You go through the last 5 years, every one of them, starting with the Music City Bowl, the famous Benny Snell getting ejected game, every one of them has gone down to the last minute. So, and this one was no exception. Just an incredible. I will admit, I tweeted it and I owned it later. I said that with about 6 or 7 minutes to go, when Kentucky got stopped on fourth down and literally could get nothing going, I was like, yeah, things are not looking too good right now. Want to be positive, but not feeling good about our chances. And you know what? I owned up to it. I said, yep, this didn't age well. So, but anyway, but yeah, just like I said, just incredible game, incredible finish. As you said, probably, again, Kentucky's going to be right there in the mix for best bowl game of the of 20, of this bowl season. Obviously, the Rose Bowl is going to be right there because that was, such an incredible game as well. But as you said, it's a second 10-win season in 4 years for Mark Stoops now. It just, you and I have talked many times, it shows where this program, where he's from where he started with this program to where they are now. It's just, to use a cliche, just night and day. So.
Yeah, for anybody who is a detractor of bowl season and the bowl games and calls them meaningless, needed to watch this game, because you had two teams out there that had really good seasons, really good teams, but this was not a championship game. It was the Citrus Bowl. But the effort, the intensity, this was just a tremendous ball game. If you like offense, it had offense. If you like defense, it had defense. It was a balanced game, and I enjoy balanced games. I don't like to see 55-52 where the defenses are just inept, and nobody wants to see a 7-3 game where the offenses can't produce anything. You got everything, and it was just hard hitting, the action, the twists and turns late in the game. It was just a tremendous football game between two really good football programs. I'll point out Wan'Dale Robinson. I'll start with him because, of course, he made the plays that mattered in the fourth quarter, had that one breakaway where he broke a couple tackles and made it down the sideline when Iowa chose to punt the football back to Kentucky. And of course, that eventually won the game.
Yeah, no, you can't say any more about what Robinson has done. If he, to use a basketball cliche, with Calipari, the one and done, if he indeed is a one and done, and I'm sure we'll talk about that, what an incredible season he had. Set the UK record for not only most catches in the season, but most yards in the season. Breaking James Whalen's record of catches and Craig Yeast's record for yards. And just, his performance, as you said, in that fourth quarter was just amazing. The pass, to get open like he did, and Levis, to his credit, hit him. And then he just, made those moves. And then I think, from us Kentucky fans, at one point, he kind of put a juke on the guy who said, made the unfortunate comment about how Kentucky should be excited to be in a bowl game because they haven't played in any. I don't know if you heard about that, but
I did not.
Yeah, I can't remember the guy's. I can't remember the guy's name now, but he made a comment.
Was it Riley Moss?
Yes, that's who it was. That said, Kentucky should be really excited to be here because they never go. It's been a long time since they've been to a bowl game.
Goodness.
And
At least know what you're talking about when you make comments.
So, and shortly thereafter, I think, Bully McCall showed his hand with his three, championship bowl rings, and Coach Vince Amaro did the same thing. But anyway, I think that was one of the guys that he faked out on that play. And then they got down there, and to their credit, it's Kentucky. Nothing's ever easy. First play, false start, moving back 5 yards. And, and we're all sitting there because I thought the biggest problem they had in the first half, they got too cute down at the goal line. You have Chris Rodriguez, you give him the ball, you feed him, he scores. They were trying to do all these cute little passes, and they had to settle for field goals. And I even, I was like, okay, if this costs us the game, this is going to be, going to be bad. But, what did they do? Fourth quarter, give the ball to Rodriguez, boom, touchdown. And then to go back to your point also real quick about how, bowl games don't matter, and the effort that everybody put in. DeAndre Square, the Kentucky linebacker, he, had a leg injury, was basically told he, was not cleared to come back in. And he said, no, we need, because Kentucky was down several people due to COVID and other, they call it health and safety issues, I guess now. We don't actually use the word COVID. Or that's what it seems like. But he said, no, I'm going back in this game. And, he could barely move. But, Yusuf Corker came on that blitz and forced a pass, Petra's, the pass wasn't that great, and Square picked it off. And that's, as you said, people, guys want to win, and that just proved it. And, he came to the press conference after the game on crutches because, he couldn't walk, but yet he's like, I'm coming in, I'm playing, I'm finishing this game and we're going to win. And that's what happened. So.
Yeah, again, it was just a tremendous football game. Mark Stoops had some really nice comments to make after the game because he said, hey, we were up 13-3 at halftime. I went into the locker room. I immediately said, this game's going to go 60 minutes. They're not going to back down. So I know that they're going to be in it for 60 minutes. Therefore, we're going to be in it for 60 minutes. We're not going to back down. And it was just, again, two really solid football teams. And it's good to see a bowl game being played with that kind of fervor and intensity.